What's up, everybody? Happy 2025. I'm so excited to be back. I've been sick, but I want to talk about some stuff. First of all, just in the first quarter of this year, there are over 125 new 4K releases coming out. But the one that I want to talk about is out now officially from Warner Brothers, and that's Seven. I had a chance to check this one out early. Warner Brothers sent it to me. I, first of all, love this movie. I think it's one of the best films that I've seen. It might be in my top 20 best films of all time. But it's a really good crime thriller, DP'd by Darius Kanji. It's got incredibly dynamic visuals, and that's one of the things that I think makes this 4K Blu-ray really good. There's a little bit of work done on the film for consistency's sake. There's some sky replacements, there's some power lines that have been added. It's nothing crazy like what James Cameron or George Lucas have done in the past. If anything, it's just to add consistency for the shots throughout one entire sequence of the film. There's also been some like digital head replacements on clearly what are stand-ins, but none of these changes, in my opinion, take away from the experience of watching this movie. The one thing that I know that some people have already chimed in on with their frustrations is that the audio actually goes back to the 5.1 compared to the 7.1 mix that was available on the previous Blu-ray. But I still feel like it's a pretty wide soundscape, and I think the most important thing for me is that while I want it to feel like it's a lived-in world and there's sounds happening all around because that's how it would naturally be in the real world, I want to make sure that also the dialogue is very clear. And to me, it was on the Blu-ray and it is in this 4K restoration as well. I wish it had Dolby Vision because I think the Dolby Vision would have been a really nice way to enhance every single shot and every single sequence. But I still think that this thing looks great in HDR. The color pops really nicely. It obviously has an overall brighter look to it, but again, it maintains that dynamic contrast that I really love on the SDR Blu-ray. I think an additional added benefit to the fact that we're now doing 4K digital color grades is that we can really target elements that we want to change the color of. And sometimes that's visible on the Blu-ray and sometimes it isn't because, you know, they're using the photochemical process. But with this 4K Blu-ray, you really can pick and choose how you want things to look, and things that maybe were a little bit more obscured in shadow, you see a little bit better on the 4K, and I think some of that is purposeful because those are elements that are meant to be highlighted in the film. My point is that I think David Fincher did a lot of meticulous work to make sure that this 4K lived up to the expectations of the fans, but also added something new while also not taking away what made the original, you know, version from 30 years ago so special. This packaging is also different than your standard 4K Blu-ray. It's a digipack with this nice cool little slip. You know, overall, I don't love them, but it's fine. But I do think that this is really cool packaging on the front and on the outside, and it really sort of highlights the artistry of this film. But if you've been waiting for the 4K or you've never owned it before, I think you'll be happy with this, and I can't wait to rewatch it again. If you enjoyed it, let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one.